Hey guys, it's Jenna. In today's video, we are going to be going over some very recent Sephora hits and misses. I'm super excited to chat with you guys all about some new launches that I have finally fully reviewed, and I will let you guys know my honest opinion. There are more misses in here than normal, I feel like, so buckle up, but hopefully this is a good way to either know how to spend your money wisely at Sephora or save your money and not buy the products that are not the best quality. Now, before we get started, I do want to thank City Beauty once again for partnering with me on a portion of today's video. City Beauty is running a 35% off sale on their website, and I always love letting you guys know about those sales. They're so amazing and such a great time to try City Beauty products. This is now my third time working with the brand. I absolutely love working with them, and I have picked out some favorites to share with you guys. So my first hit from the brand is of course the InvisiCrepe Body Balm. This is such a beautiful body lotion that I personally use on my self-care days. When I have my self-care days, I treat myself to the nines. I have my sheet mask on, which I'll talk about next. I have my lip balm, I have my scrubs, I have candles going, you name it. It's basically treat yourself day. And this is the body balm that I finish with when I am out of the tub, hydrate my skin, and put amazing nourishing lotion all over my body. This one smells super incredible. I really love this cream. It's very nice and hydrating and like that balmy texture. So it really seeps into the skin slowly and deeply penetrates. And this is just gonna last you such a long time because a little goes a long way. So I really love this lotion. I love the fact that it has this beautiful light spa-like scent, but nothing too heavy or perfumey. I also really love these Hydra masks, like I said to you. So when I do have my full routine, I often have a sheet mask on, and often I scare my husband because he's like, what the heck are you wearing? It's the face masks, okay? They're not harmful. They're in fact amazing for you. And this one is amazing as well. So deeply penetrates the skin, really is filled with hyaluronic acid, a skin-loving ingredient, and it just seeps in and makes you feel like your skin is so well nourished afterward. It is made of a biocellulose material, so it's really nice and smooth, has plant extracts and peptides in it to work at minimizing wrinkles and really hydrating the skin. So I love these. It comes in a pack of 5 and I'm obsessed. I've been using these all year long. You guys know too, this one is probably one of their best-selling products and one of my absolute favorites too, the lid lifting treatment. This doubles as a primer for me, so I really love that. And I really love that this is basically like an eyelid treatment. It's not something I've seen on the market before, where a lot of these eye creams typically have like, you know, you can use them underneath and then up into the bone area, like the orbital bone, and then leave it. But often I don't see something that is specific to the eyelid. And because it doubles as a primer, it's amazing because I'm using this every day as I'm wearing my makeup too. It just seems to improve the longevity of my shadow while also giving my eyelid that really nice hydration and skincare treatment that I'm after. And I don't have a ton of texture to my lids, which I'm very thankful for, but I do have very fragile, thin skin, and I know it's just gonna get thinner as I age, so using something like this is very, very preventative, keeps the skin healthy and nourished. I also like to add in this cream from time to time, which is also one of my faves. This is the Multi-Action Sculpting Cream. This is one that also, the scent is so minimal. Very, very minimal with this one. So I love that. The Multi-Action Sculpting Cream has green tea in it, which is supposed to help minimize the signs of aging. There's hydrolyzed silk in it, which binds water to the skin to extend its hydration. It has vitamin E in it, which I know we all love. So this is a gorgeous, beautiful cream. I also love this for the neck area in particular because of how rich it is. So although I love it for the face, I especially love it for the neck. This is something that as you use it, it begins to firm your skin, sculpt your skin, deeply hydrate the skin. It's just a gorgeous cream. So I love this one as well. I've been a big fan of this brand. I love the packaging. The dark navy with the gold is very beautiful. And this sale is a great opportunity to try out the brand if you haven't, or to restock on best-selling products that you love. I do have a code. I will leave it on the screen here. Don't forget to use that code in order to get the beautiful discount. Thank you so much to City Beauty for partnering with me on this portion of the video. These are all amazing hits. I will have the link to to shop the sale in my description box if you're interested. I want to talk about the first product that I would kind of call a hit slash miss. It just depends. It's kind of like not the type of product I thought it was going to be, considering how hyped up this was. This is the RMS Beauty blushes, and the shade that I have here is French Rosé. I am so late to the game on this. I think there's a lot of people that really love this blush, but for some reason for me, it's an interesting experience with this one. I do enjoy it, but I do think that a lot of people are not mentioning that the longevity of this is not very strong, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I do feel like I have to really layer this almost to the point where it looks too bold at first in order to have the longevity last longer. When I apply just my regular amount of blush with this, it will fade very quickly, and it almost leaves just a glow in its place. It's just okay. Like, I'm wearing it today, and although it is a distinct flush now, I felt like I had to already layer this one once already. So when I did apply my initial layer of this blush, it seemed to disappear within 30 minutes and then left a glow behind. So you really have to almost like heavily apply it in order for it to stay. And then even despite that, I know this is going to be gone within probably 4 or 5 hours. There's a nice glow to this, which I like. That is a definite strength. I do like glowy blushes, but this one is a little bit finicky for me and not as long lasting as I thought. Let's talk about the Simihaze beauty products, which I'm going to disclaim. I think they're both misses. Well, one's for sure a miss. The other one is also kind of like an okay product. Let's start with the miss. This is the Velvet Blur Lip Balm. Now, this is really wide for a lip balm with such pigmentation behind it. So it's very, very highly pigmented, which you guys saw in my haul video when I talked about this. It is so full coverage, high pigmentation, it's insane. So when you are using something like this, you would have to use a mirror 100% in order to make sure that you are getting right in there and not like over applying or looking too sloppy, right? But I think the wideness of this, it's just difficult to get around the Cupid's bow area because of how circular and wide it is. Perhaps if you have a more rounded top lip maybe and not like as angular of a Cupid's bow or something, it might be a little easier for you to apply, but I don't know, like it's just okay to me. It's not something I'm super excited to wear again. The velvet sort of matte finish of this makes it really dry down and a little bit uncomfortable on my lips as well. So it sort of lacks that creaminess despite having a balm texture. It's supposed to be creamy, but then it really sets down and feels a little bit tight. Now this product is just okay as well from the brand. This is the Simihaze Beauty Sun Flush All Over Tint. This is the same idea as a liquid cream blush like the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch or the Nars Orgasm blush that's in the liquid. It's the same idea, except this one is actually a lot less product for more money than the Rare Beauty one. So the Rare Beauty product, you get a lot more in there for less money. This is less product for more money. So it's kind of a little bit too bad there. Now it does claim to be multi-purpose. I did try this for eyes and it was very tough. This is not something that looks flattering, at least on my eyes, perhaps because they're creased, hooded, maybe, but for me, it really gathered in my crease. So I have a very distinct crease from my eye shape, and it just seemed to attract all of the pigment here. And once it fully set, it sort of like crumpled in there, and I was like, what is going on? Despite having a smooth application, it just seemed to clump in there and not look very flattering. This is the shade Baby here. It is actually quite light on my skin, so when it does set down, it's a bit of a flush, but also not as long lasting as I would like. So I do think the RMS, if you layer it a couple of times, it will last longer, just like how it's kind of holding up on my cheeks now, but even still, I can see it start to like slowly diminish already. This is one that starts off as a very light flush and seems to also stay for about 3-4 hours before you'd have to reapply it again. This one also seems to set on the skin quickly, so when you do apply it, whether you apply it directly onto the skin or whether you apply it on the back of the hand, pick it up with a brush, I do think this one is one that will set quickly, so you have to blend quicker. Otherwise, you're finding that it's getting like tougher and tougher to blend out. So this one is a little bit on the higher maintenance side as well. So I do prefer other cream blushes over this. I don't think this has replaced my Rare Beauty Soft Pinch or really any other cream blush that I have. I think the Rare Beauty one offers a lot more product for the price and a lot more versatility and user friendliness compared to this one. I want to talk about this powder because I really love the Haus Labs by Lady Gaga foundation. I really wanted to pick up the powder that comes along with this line. So this is called the Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder. I love this. I think this is a hit. So we do have a hit, thank goodness, as well as the City Beauty products I just mentioned, of course. This is our first hit that is 100% no flaws with it. I love the packaging. I think it's really beautiful. And I also love how it applies. So you can see there's a nice like mesh to it. All you have to do is push your brush in. The powder shoots out onto your brush. You can apply it directly to the skin. It's a beautiful semi-matte finish, does not look drying on the skin, and sets the makeup beautifully. It feels like nothing. It's very weightless. The shade that I have here is translucent. There's 7 grams of product in here. It is made in Italy. I do like the Haus Labs H that's kind of indented. You can see there's a bit of an edge to it, which makes it unique. And it is something that I think is a beautiful powder, one that sets the makeup for such a long time without creasing, especially underneath the eyes. I was really impressed. Like no creasing or anything. So I'm really happy for that. This one is a hit from Haus Labs by Lady Gaga. Let's talk about my next hit. This is the sunscreen from St. Jane. It is the Luxury Sun Ritual. All of the hype for this is very true. I love this one. It does smell exactly like the Cali Ray primer, a very citrusy floral smell. So just so you guys know, it is not a scent-free sunscreen. That I would say is the only con, especially to my fellow scent-aversive gals that are not doing scent for a sunscreen that you have to reapply throughout the day, right? If you are okay with scent, this one is beautiful. It has a slight beigeness to it, so it does blend into the skin beautifully. And this is one I actually thought initially I would need to blend into the skin a lot more. Oh, I love that scent. It's so nice. But it almost has a moussey texture, gives you that nice like silky finish on the skin. This layers under makeup as well. Really lovely. It's actually a really beautiful like silky primer. It doesn't clash with any of my foundations that I've tried it with. This one is very calming with that nice scent and just a beautiful sunscreen overall. Definitely a hit from me. Let's talk about another miss, which literally breaks my heart because I really wanted to love these. These are the Powermatte lipsticks from Nars. I did get these in PR, so thank you to Nars for sending them over for me to test. Unfortunately, this is not my favorite formula, and there's a couple reasons for that. So packaging though, can we just talk about the packaging? 10 out of 10. It's so good. I love the packaging. Too bad. You pull it up and you can actually roll it up here very beautifully. There's a nice thin bullet so you can get into the Cupid's bow area and you can really fill out your lips well with this. So application wise, beautiful when it comes to the size of it. When it comes to packaging, it's a matte package as well. So it's very on brand and very on theme for this launch. The downside of this, the only downside in my opinion, because it's a very thin matte, so it's very comfortable, it's creamy, it's got a bit of a slip, is the inconsistency of application, period. For some reason, this does not apply evenly on the lips. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. This is especially tough to apply in the center of the lip, and I don't know if it's just because there's more hydration there or like, I don't know, it's closer to the inside of your mouth with like spit and stuff. That's the thing. There's often like a rim around my lips where it's not as powerful or as even in the inside of my lip. So that's the part that kind of is frustrating. I've even tried like completely like exfoliating my lips. I've tried like patting them down dry and being like, what is going on? So it's very uneven when it comes to application. If you're finally able to get an even application for a matte, this one actually doesn't last as long as I thought it would. Typically matte lipsticks give me more longevity kind of as the cost of less creaminess, right? So this one, unfortunately, I'm going to try my best because I have so many of these. I would love to make them work somehow, but so far this has not been an easy one to work with for me. It's just not one that I have been excited to wear, only because it's quite high maintenance to even achieve one layer that's uniform on the lips. I also got these from Laura Mercier and PR, and these are also really lovely. It's a very interesting lipstick. It's a take on lipstick I haven't seen a ton do before. This is more of a sheer, lightweight lipstick, light coverage lipstick as well. It is a matte, but it's a very comfortable matte, surprisingly. It's almost like a plush matte where it's not too tight on the lips, which I really appreciate. So these are the Petal Soft Crayons. It's definitely more of like a sheer, almost flush of lipstick color. So it's not meant to be a high coverage, super pigmented type idea. It's meant to be a kiss or a flush of color, and for that it is very beautiful. It is buildable, so if you want to get to about a medium coverage, you can layer it, which is really nice, but it is one that seems to last quite a long time. It's got a nice creaminess for a matte, which I like, and I love the ease of use here because these are just like literal crayons. Like you can see there's a pointed tip there, and all you have to do is apply it. Because these colors are not as, like they're very vibrant in the crayon, but because they translate very sheer and lightweight, a lot of them, even the dark colors, are very approachable. Has a teeny bit of like a balmy consistency, but if you're after something that is more sheer and lightweight, you will love these. If you're after something that is medium to full coverage and has a ton of opacity, this will greatly disappoint you, only because it is not meant for that. So I do like these for their purpose. I think they're really lovely. It's a nice take on a sheer, like balmy matte lipstick. It's definitely better than the Nars Power Mattes because those are just a little bit tougher to work with. But I have been enjoying these so far for just like a light, like flush kind of kiss of color on the lips. Once again, thank you so much to City Beauty for partnering with me on a portion of today's video. Don't forget to check out their 35% off sale that is running site-wide. Here is my coupon once again, and there's a link in the description box to check out the sale as well. Until my next one, guys, I hope this hits and misses video was helpful, and we'll chat soon. Bye, guys.